Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes, and we're going to talk about electric cars because there's something that not a lot of people know. The government aren't telling anyone about. They know, but they're not telling people because, well, I believe it would lead to consumer resistance. It's another argument against electric cars, and so they want to keep this absolutely top secret. And that is to do with cost. Now, everyone knows electric cars are far more expensive to buy than internal combustion engines. And of course, everyone knows that the depreciation of an electric car is horrendous. It goes down faster than Keir Starmer in Madeira, simply because nobody wants a second-hand battery. They're so expensive to replace. Thank you, no. And so basically these cars have a limited life. Now, it's actually quite a good life. I believe Teslas, they say there's 10,000 charges guaranteed, but you should get 20,000 charges before any charging issues arise. Now, to be fair, 20,000 charges, even if you're doing, 2 charges a day, and there's not many people who'll be doing that many charges a day, I'd imagine, it's still, 15, 20 years. And if you've got 20 years out of a normal car, you'd be doing well. So, that really isn't an issue. What happens is the rest of the car falls apart and you want to replace it. But then, it's, oh no, I don't want to buy a second-hand car. Ooh, and it's worthless, effectively. Now, you've got that issue. But that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is basically a new division. It's a new class of people. The haves and the have-nots. And if you're one of the haves, then you are golden. You are lucky. You will enjoy very, very cheap motoring indeed. If you're one of the have-nots, boy, is it going to cost you. Because we're talking about driveways. If you have a driveway, you can put a home car charging unit there, pull your car onto the drive, plug it in, go inside, watch TV all night, go to bed, whatever. Play with the dog. Talk to the wife if you're desperate. But if you don't have a driveway, you've got to go off, try and find someone somewhere near you that's got a charge unit. Hope to God it's working. Hope to God there isn't a queue. Hope to God it isn't raining. Eventually you find one. There's only one person in front of you. You wait for him. He goes. He's charged. Off you go. You pull in, plug in. It's 3 hours charge. You put your card through. It's a supercharge, fast charger. Swipe your card through, off you go back, have a spot of dinner, watch EastEnders, whatever you choose. Then go and put your coat back on, walk that 3/4 of a mile down the road in the rain, get your car now that it's fully charged, drive it back up, park it outside your house, and then you can go on with the rest of your night. Very inconvenient, I know, but that's the price you pay for not having a driveway. That's your punishment for living in a terrace house or an apartment or a mews even. You can be in quite an expensive little mews, but you're not allowed to run cables across a public path. That's illegal. It's a trip hazard. And so you're restricted. You can't do it. Unlike look at those lucky buggers with the drives and all their cars on the drive. But apart from the cost of convenience, we have another cost, and that is money. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the killer. So peel your ears back, because this is what the government they really don't want you to know. If you plug your car in at home, and especially if you've got a solar system on the roof like I have, it's virtually free. It's literally a few pounds, right, to charge that car. A £5, £6, something like that. That's it, charged. Now, on average, to fill a combustion engine car, according to the RAC, it averages £75. But when you go to the fast charger down the road and swipe your card through, it's horrendously expensive. It's very expensive. So I'm going to give you an idea of costs, because this is the important one. This is the numbers that basically the government are trying to keep secret from you, the British car driving public. On average, an electric car charged at home to drive 100 miles costs £2. Yeah, I told you it's dirt cheap because you're charging sort of midnight through till 5 or whatever, which is the cheapest point on the tariff, because the electricity companies, they've still got to produce, but nobody's sucking it. So they're looking for a base load. So you charge your car overnight. That's you're pulling down. That's excellent. That can keep them going. And they need to get rid of it. So they give you it very, very cheap. You get this really cheap charge overnight electricity. Great. So you get up in the morning, your car's fully charged, ready for work, and you do your 100 miles that day, £2, right? How much do you think the same journey costs in an internal combustion engine? Well, the RAC's crunched the numbers and they said it averages out that 100 miles, £14. So you can see the difference there. It's £12, the same journey, £12 difference between electric and internal combustion. That's assuming you charge your electric at home. Now, £12, if you're doing that 5 days a week, because, 50 miles out, 50 miles back, say £60 a week, £3,000 a year. Own the car 4 years, and that £12,000 difference will basically have paid the difference between the cost of an internal combustion car and the same model in electric. So eventually, yes, you will get your money back eventually if you charge at home. So £2 home charge, £14 electric, £14 for internal combustion engine. How much do you think that same 100-mile journey would cost if you had to go down the road and fast charge your car? No, it costs £28, twice the cost of an internal combustion engined car. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the secret they don't want you to know. They want to push electric cars. They want to say, oh, look, yes, but you can charge it at home. And always, yeah, do there. You charge it at home, you've got a driveway. But you ain't got a driveway. You're going to pay. You're going to pay a lot. It's going to cost you twice as much to run an electric car as a petrol or diesel car. And of course, the road tax is higher now on electric cars because they are so heavy and they damage the road. Also, they're not that good for the environment when you look at how they're made. Still think it's a good idea to go all electric? It only takes one government somewhere to say this is madness and stop it and reverse it. And all the others can take a pitch and go, thank God for that. Because nobody minds doing something. They just don't want to be the first to do it. But if it's just one government just reverses it and says, no, we're not doing it, everyone else can reverse it and this madness can be saved. Otherwise, there will be mass division in this country. The haves with their driveways and the have-nots without. And I think the only way that the government would resolve that then would be to impose driveway tax. And I wouldn't put it past this lot. Thanks a lot. Bye.